Today we're going to be working on the base structure. We're going to first level up everything up and then screw our 4x4 to the 2x6 framework. Then we're going to put our 2x6s, which are 10 feet long. We'll have to cut them down to 10. And then we're actually going to start our sheathing. And because it's a particle board, we're going to have to paint it before we leave because they're talking about rain later on. Jane's outside with me. All right, Jane, if you'll get in front of the camera, say hi. All right, now she's going to be using the screw gun. I'm going to lift it up to size at level, and then she's going to lock the 2x6 to the post. So that's what we're about to do. All right.
You can see it. It's in the...
Okay, what we're about to do is I've got to lift this, and she's going to tell me when it's level, and then she's going to put the screw in place. Here we go.
Down. Okay.
There you go.
Hot dog.
All right, now go ahead and plant that one right there.
So it should be level 2.
Well, I ain't much freaking different, but unless the 2x6 is bold. Alright, off with the camera! Alright, Jane is going around and now I'm putting a extra screw in each of the 4x4s just for really good support. The sides are really level, and front and back off just a little bit. So what that 2x6 is for is this is our floor jaws that I now got to cut to size. So they're 10 feet long, but I think we're 119, so each one's going to have to be cut off to fit inside. So what I'm getting ready to do is set up to be able to cut these off to length, and then we're going to install them. Alright, we're going to cut these with a circular saw. Some people call them skill saws, but skill saw is actually a manufacturer name that first came up with the idea of putting a motor on a blade. So you notice this is a skill saw. But in reality, technical name is circular saw. Now what I've already made my measurement on the inside, which is 117 1/4. You're around here with me. Union people, just anyway. So I'm going to cut it now to size.
Went along the side where he is working and marked 24 on center, and the board he just cut, he's screwing in to the framework, which will support the floor.
Alright, now I'm going to use my speed square, come down to the other end, to make sure that it's perpendicular and square. So I'm using a speed square right here. Okay, and I'm going to tap this over. Alright, now I don't have to worry about marking 24 on center down here because this will line me up right here. Alright, so that looks good.
That looks good.
So now we're going to put a screw in. Next thing, we want to make sure that the floor joist is up and down. I'll show you how to do it in just a second. Like this and tap that end around to make sure that I'm perpendicular, right? Okay. So now it shows me that I'm perpendicular, and we're going to put another screw in. Alright, now I got to go to the other side. Some people may ask, why am I not just using my Paslow 16-inch, 16 gauge. My Paslow framer. The reason is with screws, you mess up, guess what? You can unscrew it and redo it. With a nail, once it's done, it's done.
Yep.
All right, we've got all the floor joists in place, and Jane's going along now, and she's screwing one side, moving the other side, making sure it's perpendicular and straight up and down, okay? Now, what I'm going to do with this board is we're going to make cross braces so that these floor joists won't move with time and make the floor squeak. Now, helpful hint, you don't make your measurement in the middle where they're going, you make your measurement down here, and then you screw in place, okay? So if you make them in the middle, there's a possibility you're dealing with a 2x6 or any other board that's bowed. So it's going to give you an incorrect measurement. So always do here. Now also, let me tell you something else, is all these little pieces that we have cut off are treated, so don't dare put them in your outdoor fire pit, because they're treated with chemicals and the smoke you don't need to breathe. Alright, what we're dealing with, and I forgot this is why we quit using these screws, it's kind of hard to see, but the end of it has no threads. So if you go too deep in the material, you can't back it up. So we're going along here, making a mark at 48 on center. The reason is a piece of flooring, subflooring we're going to put down has to have a nailing surface. We're going to convert from screws to our Paslow. This is a Paslow. It goes by fuel cells and batteries. There's a battery on that side that you can activate, and you pull this back, put your nails in, okay? They load in like so at the 30-degree angle, okay? 30-degree angle, and they catch on the top there, okay? All right, and then you release that, all right, and it locks them in place, all right? So we're going to be converting to our Paslow in just a second. So I've gone along and marked where the 48, that's, you know, how wide a piece of plywood is. It's 48. So we'll know exactly where to put these little supports so we have a screw surface. Okay, we're converting over to our Paslow nailer. We aligned up this subflooring, which it says which side's up, which side's down. This side's up. All right, so now just double check them one more time. Just make sure we're lined up everywhere. All right. Make sure I got my battery. Now I'm about to make some noise. Battery's in. All right. You gotta be. Oh, come on. Cameraman, you're not supposed to say go. Anyway, you can do this two ways. You can do it with a drywall square, or you can do a blue line. But what I'm doing is marking where my floor joist is so I'll know where to hit. Alright, so I'll move down to the next one. Okay. And James making sure I'm on that line that we've already established on the edge. Alright, now, I should be able to take the gun and just start shooting. There we go. Put 4 or 5 on each one. I've already done that. Alright, so that's our first piece. Yay! Alright, this is our last 2 cuts, and this is done, and then James gonna put some kilns on it to protect it, because it really, and me and Jane already messed up. See that along there? That says this side down, alright, this side down. So we messed up. I only got a couple of nails in it just to hold it in place so I can cut it. That we're gonna flip it over. And she's in here cussing all over the place. I tell you what, just got a potty mouth on me today. Shit. Ooh, what Jane is doing is she is blowing off all debris off of the finished subflooring and support of the shop shed. Now she's getting ready to lay some kind of primer, kills. Yeah, I'm a little tired. But anyway, this is what it looks like, and we're looking forward to now putting up stud walls and doors and windows. Jane is now starting to put the primer kills on top to protect this material. It really needs protection from the weather. It's supposed to be a real heavy rainstorm 2 days from now. So she's got to lay this on while I start cleaning up and putting tools up. But this is where we've gotten today.